You are muted. You are muted.
Okay.
You are on mute.
Yeah, I said
Ah.
only one you are complaining. When they are up to two, let's have this conversation again.
I bet which one be when they are up to two. Who tell you say now I don't make the reach two?
You go. They're supposed to reach three.
For this Nigeria economy,
You can't give up like that.
I don't go give up, but I just plan on well.
Okay. Do we have any new face today? Anyone that I haven't met last week? Please, if you could introduce
And it's
yourself.
Yeah, Aditolakbo.
Okay. Anyone else?
And Andrew.
Okay. So for the new face that haven't been here last Friday, okay, we've been looking at what is our relationship with money, because we do tend to think that money is everything in our life nowadays, but reality is that wealth is not just come from money. Sometimes just a moment of poor choice with your loved one, that's is the whole world to you. And if that moment doesn't exist in your life, no money can compare to that, right? And we do agree that money can buy a lot of things, and money can also buy happiness nowadays. But also there is a lot of way to get that, to have happiness doesn't necessarily have to go through money. And the way of having poor choice and inner choice is the way, without going through sacrifice time, energies, money, the people around you to get money. That's the way we're looking at right now. So we try to we're going through a series of few definition, such as this one, in order to training ourselves to think back of what we was and how we've been doing to lead us to the way we are today, to how our life has been exist until now. And if we continue doing what we were doing, will our future change to the way that we want it to be? So if what we've been doing, it doesn't really work so far, because our current lifestyle, our current health, our current relationships is not what we're expecting it to be, then wouldn't we should looking at what we've been doing and change it, in order for us to achieve what we really want in life. And also we need to consider of what we really want in life right now is actually what we really want, or it's just what is society telling us that we should want to be this, we should want to be that. We should go to school, do our best at the school, and then get a job, and get a job, a very good one actually, in order to earn lots of money. And then after going through all of that, we gonna use that money to buy relationship, buy health, buy happiness. So instead of going through all of that, wouldn't it be better for us to just go straight to getting happiness, getting a good health, getting a quality relationship, without going through the middleman, like such as money, right? And if we have a lot of good quality relationship around us, we have very good health, our inner self always feel peace, and feel happy, feel joyful, then obviously money will come along because money is always attract to the place where good people and good health. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we've been doing last week. Look at our relationship with money, and start, questioning ourselves. Should we keep those thinking? It should be removed out of our dictionary by now in order to replace by new thinking, the way of thinking that we really want in order to achieve what what is good for us. And so far, for most of our life, right, we, like Robert Kiyosaki said, is the rat race that we've been going. We like a mouse running around this, running around a circle of making money, earning money, okay, making a living, finding a way to getting our bread and butter put on the table every day. And then when we have much more money, then what? It's just the poor, the main things of getting a lot of money, main reason for us to earn a lot of money is what? To improve our quality of life. And that quality of life has been divided into three parts, which is the first is ourself, our inner self, our inner world, and our health, our relationships. Imagine, right? If you have 1 million in your $1 million in your account. Okay. Yeah, that's $1 million in your account. Okay, you guys, write down if possible. Make this number much bigger because I have no space here. Otherwise, let's get another page. Okay, let's imagine. Yeah, why not? We have nothing to lose. Imagine we have $1 million in our bank account right now. As soon as I finish writing this, you have $1 million in the bank account. I know you're going to be very happy, but let's imagine this is the money you have in your bank account, yeah? And please write down, or if you actually have this money, okay, and what will you do with it? So first, let's say with me, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this. So let's say each zero will stand for what you really want to do in your life, and you can priority it as what goes first and what goes second, depend on the number of zero you have. Okay, so please write down if possible. So with this number 0, what is it stand for in our life, in your life? What you're gonna use this 0 gonna stand for in order for you to priority your life right now? Okay, what's the value of $1 billion can help you? You know what I mean? Give me some feedback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I give you a minute to write down. Okay. So for example, this one to me is gonna be my family. Okay. I'm gonna use this money, okay, to buy my mama a house, a new car, or whatever she wish right now. To invest my families. And this one, let's say, I'm gonna put it in a saving account for my kids. So when they go to college later, they have money, so they don't have to worry about anything. And this one, I might just give myself a whole year break, vacation, for example, traveling the world, so travel, yeah. And this year I'm gonna use to help those uh, um, uh, unprivileged, okay. Uh, so those children that live in a rural area doesn't have the will doesn't wouldn't be able to go to school and stuff like that. So like helping people for charity and stuff like that. Okay. So with you guys, what is zero gonna be? Please, if someone could share with us. Sandra, what does zero stand for in your life?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was getting distracted. I'm on shift, so I wasn't really paying
Oh,
attention. So
it's
if
okay.
you understand, this is $10 million, and you're asking if
Okay.
given $10 million, what you're going to spend it on. Is that what you're
Yes.
asking?
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. You can priority it as what you want to spend first,
Priority.
second things.
I guess people's priorities differ. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, I don't want much in life, so I'm not looking for so much money. So with $10 million, I think firstly, just probably invest into my kids' future, because I think those are the most important thing that will make me want to work and work and work. So if I have a good investment that can help me settle their future, I think that's okay for me. Probably get a house, a
Okay.
nice car.
House, car,
Yeah,
invest for
yeah,
kids.
investments,
What else?
family time, maybe
Okay, family
vacation.
travel, vacation. Okay. What else?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Sandra. One more person, please.
Yeah.
One more person, please. Lizzie?
Okay. For me, so for now, I do not have kids, so I'll probably invest in real estate.
Okay, invest in real estate. So buy a house. Actually, many house. So many house. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Further my education.
Education, self development. Yeah. Improve. Wow.
Then I have these great business ideas, so I would invest in my business.
Business.
Like,
Invest in business. Yes. Start up a company. Yes. Great. Bootstrapping. Yeah.
I'll probably save some.
Saving. Yes. Saving account. Okay. And so on. Right. I mean, if I give you like a whole day, you probably think about a list of like 100 things you want to do. All right. Thank you, everyone. So if you look at like me, Sandra and Lizzie, you will see a pattern of what mostly what we want to spend into this life will be what TV, society, and everyone create out for us to spend our money on. Yeah, like there's a need, there will be a provider, right? So let's say this is a lot of things in life that you want, and this number one will stand for your health. Okay, and is broke down, is going down. Any of these zero have matter anymore? Okay. So this number, just by looking at this number, we can see clearly that, you know, health does really matter, and it should be priority number one. Okay, but most of us, we don't really priority our health as number one. Okay, and that's mostly why. And the thing is, with health, UNESCO has defined that health is not only about our appearance if we're healthy outside, but it's also health in relationship, health, and our inner health as well. Okay, so we're gonna go into that later on if we talk about health. But at the moment, we actually talk about money. Let's go back to the money here. So with that number showing for us to see that our quality of life is actually the three of the main important things for our quality of life to improve is because of our health. No health, we cannot do anything. Inside us, we're not happy, have no joy in us. It's also everything outside, all the money in the world doesn't have any meaning as well. Okay, so if we use the principle of light, yeah. Last time we did talk about the principle of light. So this house had inner self, health, relationship, and the finances on the top. And the reason that we need to learn more about, understand about finance. We don't learn finance in terms of you go to business school to learn finance, okay? Here we learn finance in terms of improve our quality of life. Yeah, it's totally different from what you go into business school and you learn finance in order to calculate how much money you make, what profit and loss. Okay, we are actually looking at what the finance can improve our quality of life. Yeah, our personal quality of life, the people around us, how can our life have a lot of meanings because of having more money. Okay, yeah. So if we learn about inner self and find our inner peace, right? Do we really need to spend like majority of our life to chase money? Think about it. Some of you may answer yes, some of you may answer no. There are no right and wrong here. It's just where you're standing right now in your life, that's all. Okay, but it's just a few questions for you to rethink. And because the more you think about it, the more you're pondering, the more you will, like in Buddhism, people saying like there's a moment when you have eureka moment, aha moment, like people call, with those people they call enlightenment in Buddhism. Okay, but it's all come from what we actually start questioning ourselves. So inner self is the foundation of the house, while finance is the roof. And if the roof is not good, will it affect the foundation in the long run? Definitely, right? So do we agree? Thanks. Do we agree that when you have sufficient finance, you will be easier to be more tolerant to people around you? Yeah, to be more loving, more caring. Okay, because you don't have to worry about what will you do tomorrow if you have no money to pay for bills, pay for your basic needs in life. Okay, so but without these, okay, the money doesn't have any meaning either. So what when we say is the money is either the material stuff, okay, the tangible stuff, whereas health, inner self, relationship, it tend to be happiness in relationship, it tends to be what we call non-material, those intangible that we cannot can really have big pictures about it. Yeah. So because if we talk about finance, talk about money, it's easier for you guys to actually imagine like 1 million in your bank account. But let's say if I talk about poor inner choice, tolerance, appreciation, gratitude in your life every single day, is something it doesn't sound like easier for you to imagine like this amount of money, right? So so we can say that we actually value but the truth is that, right, we actually value this intangible more than the material stuff. So the non-material have more value to us than the material, even though this is easier for you to imagine. This one, it actually have more value to your life because why? Because you get a lot of money for what? In order to improve your quality of life, to improve all of this. Okay, so that means these have more value to your life than the money. Otherwise, you wouldn't exchange. If you have money, you just keep it. You wouldn't exchange it for any of these. Yeah. So these non-material things actually have more value to your life. The people around you have more value. Without people, like without a group of you working together, Remitano wouldn't be, advanced life today. So having the people around you that you can trust, that love you unconditionally, is more value than a lot of money can bring at one time. Okay, right. So let's imagine, right? If you get sick and lie on bed, it will be totally different feeling when you lie in bed in a busy hospital compared to when you actually lie in bed on the Hawaiian beach, right? Totally different feeling. And most of the time, if you go to a hospital where you're gonna see that people who have money or who have finance, good amount of money, who we call rich people, yeah, they take very good care of their parents with fear, rather than those who doesn't have that much of money. And a significant portion of people currently facing financial difficulties in the family, and normally fighting for the money, dividing up in order to care for the parents, and even they discussing inheritance division while the parents are sick and bedridden. So when you have sufficient finance, obviously it will be simpler for us to give it to our loved one, to those around us, okay, especially our family. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat box. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat box now, and it has answered the question earlier. Right. There's a things, not things. There's a wheel of prosperity. So that's now we understand the relationship about the roof of the house, between the roof of the house and the rest of the house. Yeah, now we really understand the importance of this, comparing to the non-material side in terms of the material. And we go into looking at the things that most people are admiring at nowadays. is called the wheel of prosperity. Some of you may have heard about this before. I'm trying to find a circle that I can use your roll. Okay, it's not big enough. Oh, something bigger. Okay, so it doesn't go so far from the circle. Right. Okay, so we draw a circle and dividing it up into 6 parts. Okay. I'm not going to try to make it. Okay, the first part is this is most people dream life gonna be. Yeah, it's called the wheel of prosperity. Okay, the first part is time freedom in time. Okay, the second part is what we normally say financial freedom. Financial freedom. Okay. Then we have, sorry, just noticed that my paper is not in the middle. Okay. And then we have harmonious family. Okay. Harmonious family. Okay. The fourth will be self-development. Self-development, okay. And relationship. Apart from self-development, we have relationship as well. Okay. So the self-development is relationship, you and yourself, and then this relationship is relationship between you and others people apart from the people in your family, such as you guys here in a group of Remington, okay, you have a certain relationship, a group of friends that you had when you're in high school or universities that you still keep in touch until today. And then the fifth will be world travel. Okay, and the last one gonna be our number one, good health. Right. So these are 6 of the main reason why we need to understand finance. Okay, there will be more other reason as well, but all the experts has conclude into the wheel of prosperity into 6 parts in here. So let's recognize that understanding finance is now something we might like or dislike, but whether we like or dislike, we still need to continuously deal with it in this lifetime as long as we live, right? So learning about finance is the same as learning to ride a bicycle in the past when you was a kid. In order to maintain a balance and steer the bike, wasn't it very difficult at the beginning? Yeah? You may fall multiple times, but then you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up, and you had joy while you were doing it. Yeah, you had joy while you were practicing to, ride a bike, because in your imagination, sooner or later, you will, you will, master as riding a bike. Yeah, and obviously because of that, eventually you you know how to ride a bike. And the same with when you're growing up and you learn to write, you learn to spell, you learn the ABC, going to first grade. If you have kids, obviously they going through all this as well. And those, the at first they're not easy either, but eventually we all can do it. The whole world, start off, does no one know how to work, but the whole world is working, the whole world is doing math, the whole world is writing and talking to each other. So with finance, we're thinking the same term. At the beginning, we find it's not so straightforward to absorb. Our brains do not find it easy to receive. So let's say, has anyone here pick up a book and instantly, fell sleepy just by holding it or reading the first page of it? Has anyone here have that happen to you? No? So I guess you all love reading books.
Yeah, I think I like reading books, but not all kind of books.
So when our friend receives something new that we don't know, it can cause sleepiness. But when we overcome these periods, we will be able to receive it, and eventually it's become part of us, a part of us, and that's become our own knowledge. Yeah. So we need to spend more time to learn more about, understand more about the finance, and being fulfilled, all the the harmonious in the comprehensive wealth. So for the rest of our life, we don't have to worry about spending a lot of effort and a lot of energies, a lot of time and everything on just building the roof of the house. Okay. There's a saying that they say the rich is getting richer than the poor getting poorer. So if the rich people don't learn, they won't stay rich either. And if the poor people don't learn, they will stay poor forever. Yeah. So understand where money come from and the financial or the will of prosperity, then we can plant our life later on by using those strategies that we have in these journeys of understand the finance to cultivate prosperity. Okay, let's going back to this circle, this wheel. Okay, and let's mark this. So each of these part we're gonna mark ourselves. Let's see each of you in here how many pawns you have. Okay, for example, let's say time freedom. Okay, if we break this out to 10, okay, how many pawns you currently having with time freedom? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, 10 parts. Okay. And we can see if our wheel is currently it's round or not. Okay. Why are we doing this? Okay. Let's say if in this life, okay, you're going through life and we have a lot of hold, a lot of pothole on the road. Okay. So these stand for the difficulty you go throughout your life. And you are rolling. This is the wheel of the wheel of prosperity that you have. Okay. And if the wheel of prosperity is very round and very big, then you'll be very easy going through, okay, this without any difficulty. Okay. But if, let's say, your wheel of prosperity is not very, okay, not very round and like this, yeah, obviously by the time you roll over here, you're gonna fall down and stuck here. Okay, right? So we have this today to look at how much time freedom you have in your life right now, how much financial freedom you have, and your family, how harmonious that you really want it to be, your self-development and your relationship to other, how it is right now. Have you been travel any part of the world yet, and your health currently how is it? Okay, so if anyone wants to do this, I'm gonna guide you to see how big and how round is your wheel of prosperity right now. Um, Favor or Coral? May I ask if you want to do this with me?
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, let me get the paper. Let me get the paper and pen.
Okay. Let's come back. Okay. How about Charles? You like to do this?
Yes. I already have my image anyway, so I don't know what exactly you want us to do.
Okay.
Or you want me to
Let's
do
say
what?
your time freedom right now. We just mark it like how many pounds do you give yourself right now? How many pounds in terms of time freedom do you give yourself right now from 0 to 10?
Okay. I give myself a 7.
7. So if I
Yeah.
said, Charles, tomorrow, you know, come to Florida and spend time. I take you to Disneyland, then you possibly can arrange that
Just
time, right?
send me the invite. Send me the invite and I'm there.
Amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
7. And financial freedom. How many pounds you give yourself?
Yeah, I just give myself 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
And harmonious family?
Yeah, that's a 7.
7. Good one. Okay. Self-development?
7.
7. That's a nice, good number 7, huh? And world travel. The world travel, it doesn't mean you have to go outside, into many different countries. This world travel is, you think is as the world, that the village that you live in, the city that you live in, as long as you have time, you have spending time to travel outside of the village, outside of the city, have time to go with your family to different parts of the country. That's also called world travel already. Okay.
Yeah. So for world travel, I give myself a 6.
6. Oh, so you do quite go around a bit. Yes. Okay, this is 7. And good health.
That's a 6.
6. Okay. Yeah. So now we go into connect all of these.
Yeah.
To see how round and big your wheel of prosperity is. Okay, so if I take this wheel and put it into, I try to replicate here.
If from Canada is causing it, it would have been rounder than that.
Okay, and the center is here. Right, so with this, you'll be easy to go past this trouble in life. Okay, when you get to here, then obviously you know what's gonna happen, right? And that's the reason why we need to looking at our life, our wealth in our life in holistic way, not just money. So in terms of growing the whole things, to make it bigger and rounder. Okay, so let's say currently Charles' financial freedom is very low and he wants to increase it. So normally, if you look at the wheel, the wheel car, right? If you have a hole somewhere, you're gonna normally what you're gonna do? You're gonna pump where it's had a hole, right? It's what you normally do. Where you had a hole in the wheel, the bicycle wheel, right? Where you had a hole, you're going to pump it where it got problems. Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't following.
It's okay.
I was distracted. I was
By the
reading
message.
charts.
Okay. Let's get back to this. So, would you say if you have if you ride your bike on the road, okay,
Yeah.
and you got punctures, what you gonna do?
I'll have to come down from the bike and check the puncture. If it's something I can easily fix, I'll have to fix it before I continue on my ride.
Okay. So you fix where the puncture is. You don't fix anywhere else apart from where it's actually need to be fixed, right? And that's
Yeah,
what most
exactly.
people will do. So if most people if they have a house somewhere, they normally just concentrate on that. But looking at this as a big picture, you think that should be the way we're doing with the punctures? Should we do is that way? Okay, and that's what we do in most of our life, right? We concentrate mostly on the finance, and the more we concentrate on it, the more we're trying to make it, to make it whole, make it full.
Yeah.
The more it doesn't really get it to the way we want it to be. Okay, so all the experts has, obviously they're giving us this wheel of prosperity and showing us that if you want to improve any other part, then the main things you should concentrate on will be self-development and relationship. That's the first thing. The first and second, you're gonna pump. First, you're gonna pump to your self-development relationship, and second, you're gonna pump to your good health. Okay, and the third will be family. And with this, will help you to make all of this to fill up to fill up the hole where time freedom, financial freedom, okay, and other part gonna be filled up as well. Okay, because with self development, when you have understand the total whole game of finance, okay, when you have the people in your life happy to be with you, when you have good health, yeah, then anything can be filled, can also, if these getting bigger, okay, this part is getting bigger, then these gonna be pulled along and also get bigger as well. Okay, say this, you start growing yourself, you start, having a loving tight relationship with your family. Doesn't matter what happened, they always support and give you their best. Okay, your health being taken care of every day. Okay, so each of this pond, when it's been poured out, then these, it will also be poured out as well to become bigger and rounder. Yeah, so we don't fix this as the way we normally fixing a puncture, but we're going from self-development, having good health, harmonious family, then everything will follow along. Okay, and that is the information for today. Okay. So from this, we when we build our financial visions based on the formula of the principle of light that we talked about last time, then everything will begin with the result. And this is the result we want to get to in life. Okay? Right? Well, all of you want to have more time in your life, more time to spend with your family, to go travel the world with your family, more time to focusing on improving yourself. All of us want to have financial freedom, because more money we can, spend it on our family, on our health, to travel the world with the people we love. Okay, all of us, we want to have good health. So basically, this is the picture, the image, which is also the result that most of us want to have in life, in terms of improve our quality of life. So the experts guide us to establish designs about financial result, and this is the result that we really yearn for. So the wheels of prosperity. So next, in terms of having all of this, we will be trained to change what we see, what we hear, how we speak, what we know about wealth and fulfillment. Okay. So in the next week, next Friday, we're gonna do just that. Change what we hear, what we see, what we speak, what we say, what we know about wealth and fulfillment, the wheel of prosperity. Okay, and from there we will build our mental image to change our belief system and change the way we normally think that leads us to the way we are now. In order to change, to get what we this to improve this wheel of prosperity, we need to change the way we think, also change our action and our habit. Okay, possibly our personality somehow, to fulfill our financial life, that we have the image and the result that we want to. Okay, right. So anyone have any questions or something you'd like to share about what we talked about today? I'm thinking some of you today kind of like listening and working at the same time, right?
Yes. Yes. A lot of people.
Yeah. So is and today I kind of engaged you guys quite a lot compared to last week. Last week I talk and I talk and I just let you guys listen, but because last week we need like a moment of reflecting ourselves in terms of what our relationship with money.
Yeah.
But this week I like engaging you guys and you're like, oh, she asking, but I also need to work. I'm not sure what to do. Let's just turn my camera off.
Right.
So I still can hear what she say, but also can do some of my job. Anyway, greatly appreciate that you still staying here and staying Zoom to listen to what I say instead of just let's concentrate on my work and just not listen to anything. So really appreciate that you continue staying Zoom and continue listening to what I'm saying, even though you don't turn your camera on, because I know it's the afternoon and you actually do some of your work while listening to what I'm saying. But yeah, anything that you learned new today, or anything that touched you today, please let me know.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I wanted to say something. I want to say something. When you were speaking, Miss Anne, you did say that rich people take better care of their parents than poorer people or poorer persons. I wanted you to shed more light on that because for me, I was thinking that would depend on what the needs of the parents are. For you to take care of somebody, you should be able to meet the needs of that person. And like in Africa, in my place, my village, most of the old people, I think what they really need is they just need companionship. If you are available and around them, they are happier than maybe sending money, perhaps. So yeah, I was thinking sometimes even poorer persons maybe meeting the needs of older persons or their parents even better than a rich person that does not have time or it's not doesn't have time freedom.
Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, that's right. The example that I was giving to um, just to show one side of the story in terms of if you and let's say you and your rich friend have parents that in very sick and get into hospital, and obviously sick people, old people, they're not easy to deal with, right? Yeah. So when you let's say your rich friend, obviously if he does, let's say he doesn't have much time to spend with his parents on their sick bed, but he can easily spend money to get people taking care of them. Yeah. Easily to forgive and forget if their parents behaving bad toward them. Okay, whereas with you, you might have to think about not only their well-being, but also how to make money, earn money to pay for the surgery tomorrow, to pay for the expenses while they're staying at the hospital. So that is bothering you more compared to those who has a bit more money on hand So they easier. I'm just saying they easier to forgive and forget those moments that our loved one behaving badly. Just that. It's just only one side of story, but you know.
Yeah, I get your point 100%. In Nigeria here, I would have said you don't catch me because when it comes to them being sick, yeah, somebody that has more money would be better placed to take care or give care to a sick parent or a sick older person. Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yep. For my, I think I stepped out a little when you were speaking about the bicycle wheel. My punctured tire that is caused by the financial freedom not being so, not on the high side. I need you to give me advice on how to step it up, or perhaps advise my employers on what to do to help my situation so that my work can be rounded.
You think that one of my advice can help your life?
You can see, you can fight the battle two ways. Yeah, you can either face me and advise me what to do, or you go just tell my employers. Maybe they might be in a better position to just fix that issue. That is.
So you think that fix one issue, tomorrow you have no more issues in your life, or you by now you totally understand that if you fix one, the other ones will come, a different one will come, and maybe a bigger one will come.
I'll just be following your direction.